Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. So it appears a new update for GT7 will be released tomorrow on Wednesday the 7th of August 2024, and that can only mean one thing: it will be the end of the notorious physics glitch. Now this is something that Polyphony acknowledged day one upon update 1.49's release. There was a bunch of things being spread around about Samba buses, Corollas, Barths, all kind of, engine swapped, crazy builds, etc., causing mayhem with the brand new physics, and it does seem that Polyphony may have just gotten on top of it to phase it out of existence. Heading over to the Gran Turismo website, we can see a server maintenance notice for the 7th of August 2024. The Gran Turismo 7 servers will undergo maintenance during the following period. In terms of the day and time, it will start on the 7th of the 8th 2024 at 7 AM BST and will end 2 hours later at 9 AM BST. Please note the above times are subject to change. During this period, only arcade and world circuits and the music rally from the title screen will be available to play. Various online features including sport mode will not be accessible. Furthermore, game progress cannot be saved while the servers are offline. To save the current status of the game, the console must be reconnected online after the end of the service maintenance. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So considering on day one of update 1.49's release that Polyphony went ahead and tweeted on the official Gran Turismo pages in both Japanese and English text that of course the physics were noted as being entirely broken under certain circumstances and that they were looking to patch this, and it does seem that almost 2 weeks down the line they've gotten on top of this to get rid of it. So I'm pretty sure when it comes to this update 1.50, as I'm assuming it's going to be titled, it will only be a change to the current physics. I don't think they'll really go back. They've probably just managed to fix what was in the game, which was causing Samba buses to blast off to the moon and back down. However, I would have liked to have personally seen this stay in game as something that can be triggered in certain single player settings. I'm sure that it won't be entirely phased out. Honestly, things like jelly cars, wheelie builds, they've all existed for the longest time through every single physics engine and pretty much in every single release of Gran Turismo. Now in terms of what they're aiming to patch out with this update, if you've been around GT7 for a while, you will know that this isn't something that's only just occurred. In fact, prior to the whole physics change, there was a way to do it on Willow Springs on one of the layouts. I believe it was a streets layout where you'd essentially get an RA272, put it in a ditch and it would launch itself into oblivion. Pretty much the same effect that we've seen with the Samba buses. So of course I don't think it will be gone in its entirety. I still think there'll be ways to sort of trigger this kind of effect, but maybe not to the extremes that we've seen. Again, for me personally, it just kind of gives Gran Turismo that typical sort of Polyphony and Gran Turismo charm where a game is trying to, keep itself so serious and, all this esports stuff, and then in the background you've just got a bunch of weird and random physics glitches happening. It's something that for me kind of goes hand in hand with the Gran Turismo franchise. So for me personally, I'd love to see it kind of hidden away in a different part of the game where it's not really bothering anyone. I get maybe patching it out so it can't happen in the likes of sport mode or online lobbies, etc. But for me, certainly keep it in maybe a set portion of the game where people just want to have that ridiculous fun. For me, it is just really Gran Turismo-esque for something like this to be happening. For me though, I spent many hours just messing around with different cars and different builds to different results, and I think it's probably been one of the funnier things we've ever seen in Gran Turismo history, even in comparison to the 3,000-mile-per-hour Suzuki Escudos that used to wheelie out of bounds on tracks and stuff back in like GT3 and stuff. So I do think it has been absolutely hilarious, and I think that comedy side of Gran Turismo has been back and probably better than it's ever been for a very, very long time. It's almost an unforgettable glitch with how ridiculous it really was, and for me it will be a shame to see it go. I really don't understand this whole, way of going about entirely patching it out of game, considering a lot of the vehicles that have been being used have been, running ridiculous setups that you probably never ever drive in game anyway. You were purposely going out your way to cause these. The rest of the time it really wasn't that bad. Sometimes you would see a car that might be a little bit bouncy, but that does seem to be just with the new physics. Even some cars under BOP seem to, enjoy bouncing around a bit. So there we go, that's confirmation of the new update, and that's my opinion on what this new update is probably only going to be aiming to do. If you're expecting features, I highly doubt anything like new content. It will probably just be purely bug fixes, and honestly it will probably only focus on that one single bug. I'll bring you the update notes tomorrow anyway in case there is anything else there. However, don't forget to let me know what you think of this glitch. Will you miss it? Have you had fun with it? Or are you of the sort of camp where, look, this is the most serious racing game of all time, you know, there's no room for glitches like this. Anyway, be sure to let me know. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, guys. Peace.